Hi, and welcome back to another episode of Easy as That. In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing and showing you how to fully set up this Mirabella Genio Wi-Fi Dimmable 5.5W LED. Now, it's color changing and it can also go to a warm white. This product was sent to me by Mirabella Genio, however my review will still be completely honest. Now, it's also important that you know that this product only works with 2.4 GHz networks and not 5 GHz. Now, before we start, here's an epilepsy warning. If you can't look at flashing lights, then please don't watch this video. Now let's move on to setting this bulb up. Now I'm going to move to a different location now, just so you can see what it looks like in a real life scenario. Now, just before I do that, you need to download an app to actually pair this to. The app is called Mirabella Genio. The spelling's just in the corner there. Once you've got the app, tap sign up. Now you can read their user agreement and privacy policy, and then type in your email address. Now you need to tap get verification code. And now verification code will be sent to that inbox. If you can't find it, make sure you check your spam and junk folders. Once you've created your new Mirabella Genio account and you've signed in, you can grab your light bulb and then screw it in to your lamp. Now, if your light's already blinking rapidly like it is doing now and at the same speed, just wait a minute as I'm going to show some people what to do if theirs isn't. Now, if your light is just a solid color and it isn't flashing at all, go over to your PowerPoint and turn the whole lamp off and then on, off, and then on, and one more time, off, and then on. And there you go. You need to wait a few seconds and then it should start to blink rapidly. That's the goal here. You're really only just trying to make it blink rapidly. Now, if for some reason your light is blinking slowly, like it's doing now, you need to go over to your PowerPoint and turn the whole lamp off, and then on, and then off, and then on. And one more time, off, and then on. So you're turning it off and on 3 times. And now it should start to blink rapidly again. Once it's blinking rapidly, that means you can start to pair it with the app. I'm going to show you how to do that now. Now back in the app, tap Add Device. Now automatically you should be in the Smart Lighting section. Now near the top you should see Genio Decorative Range. Tap it. And now I'll ask you to put in your Wi-Fi network details. You need to make sure it's a 2.4 GHz network and not 5 GHz. And now you need to double check that your light is still blinking rapidly like I showed you how to do before, because if you leave it too long, it will just switch to a solid color. Now, if your device is blinking rapidly like I showed you how to do earlier, you can just tap Confirm Indicator Rapidly Blink. Now tap Next. And now we'll start to add your device. You need to make sure that both your phone and your bulb are relatively close to your Wi-Fi router. Once it's scanned your devices, it will try to register on the cloud and then it will initialize the device. As you can see, mine's been added. Now we can tap Done in the top right hand corner. Alright, now I've got this paired to the app, I'm going to show you a few functions of this light bulb. Now first up we have the white tab. Here you can change the brightness. Now this is a warm white. Here's half brightness, and here's the lowest. Now we can also change it to anything in between. I'm going to keep mine at full brightness. Now at the top we can also tap the color menu. Here we can set it to whichever color we'd like. I'm going to set it to red. This is what it looks like. You can choose anything. I have it at a yellow here. We can even make it green if we'd like, a dark blue, and one of my favorites, a purple. Now those are just some of my favorites. You can do anything in between. Now we can also lower the brightness, like before, to 50 or the lowest or anything in between. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to keep mine at 100 for the purpose of the demonstration. Now we can also change the intensity or how cool the color is. So if you'd like a really cool purple that almost looks like a cool white, you can just keep it as that. Now we can also set it to around 50% once again, or 100%, so it's a nice deep purple. And now we can turn it off at the bottom and then turn it back on again. Now the next tab at the top we have is the Scenes tab. I'm going to show you this in full screen mode as it's a little more hard to understand. Now in this app, scenes are mainly used for when you want the light to cycle through a range of colours for different occasions. You can select these different occasions and it has some recommended ones here. Now the names and photos of these scenes are just inspiration and you can change them if you'd like. Now it's also important that you know if we go over to dazzling and click on it, it's not actually that dazzling because it only cycles between 3 colours at a really slow speed. It's just to give you an idea of what you might create. Now speaking of creating scenes, I'm going to show you how to do one now. Now the scene I'm going to customize is the colourful scene. we can tap edit once we've clicked on it. Now you can start off by changing the scene name. You might not want it colourful, you might want to change it to relaxing. Now we can tap save. We can also change the profile picture of this scene simply by tapping it and then choosing another photo from our photo library. I want to keep it as this photo though. Now to change the colours of these scenes, simply tap the ones already there and you can choose the colour that you'd like. I'm going to keep mine at red. I'm going to change the second colour to orange. I'm going to make it cycle through the rainbow. However, I want orange to be only at half brightness and I want it to be a cooler version of orange. Now we can tap the blue one and I'm going to change this to yellow. Now I want this one to stay the same and I'm not going to mess with any of the brightness or other controls. Next we can tap the plus to add another colour. I'm going to change this one to green. I'm going to add another colour which is going to be a blue. Now I've added the rest of my rainbow, we can also add a cool white. As you can see, we can also change the brightness on this. Now, it's important that once you do all the changes that you want, you don't tap the arrow in the top left-hand corner. You actually have to tap submit, which is at the bottom for your changes to save. You always need to tap submit. And now, if you have the relaxing scene selected, it will cycle through all those colours. Now, I'm also going to show you how to change a few more things, so let's go back into editing. Now down the bottom, we can change the colour flash mode. Static is only one colour and it will stay on that. Flash means it flashes between all the colours that you just selected. And breathe means it slowly transitions. Now to change the speed of these transitions for breathe and flash, you can use the colour flash speed dial. Simply move it up to go fast or move it down to go really slow. I want to keep mine really fast. Now I'm going to tap submit. Now here's what the scene we just created looks like. It will cycle through all the colours and then change to a cool white and then go back through all those colours. And now I'm going to show you how to use the timer function. It's just down the bottom on the left of the power button. In here you can make a timer. I'm going to set mine for 1 hour and 30 minutes. Now this green slider at the top means it's going to turn on. I don't want that. After 1 hour and 30 minutes I want it to turn off. Now I'm going to tap confirm. Now in 1 hour and 30 minutes it's going to turn off. Now I'm also going to schedule it, which is on the right hand side of the power button. Here you can add one and I'm going to say at 6:30 at night on every weekend I want it to switch on, give me a notification and give me a note saying movie time. And now we can tap save. Now every weekend at 6:30 it's going to say movie time and switch on my lamp. Now on your home screen in the app you might think that the name given is pretty unfitting. I agree. To change it, it's actually really simple. All you need to do is tap your device and then tap the pencil in the top right hand corner. Now just at the top you can see the name. Tap the pencil again and now you can change the icon and name. I'm going to change my name to lamp. Now we can tap confirm. You can also change the icon just by tapping that button and then choosing it from your photo library. I'm going to keep mine as this though. Now this smart bulb is compatible with Alexa and Google Assistant, so you can just ask them to turn on your lights. I'm going to show you this now. Now it's also important that you know that even though SmartThings is listed in third-party control, it actually doesn't work. Let's start off with turning our lamp on. Lamp on.
Okay.
Now we can also change the colour. Lamp red.
Okay.
You can change it to any of the colours listed in the Alexa app. We can also ask Alexa to change the brightness. Lamp brightness to half.
Okay.
Lamp brightness to 1%.
Okay.
Lamp brightness 100%.
Okay.
This also works with Google Home. Now you can even ask Siri to do some of these things. I'm going to show you how to set that up now. In your Mirabella Genio app, go down to the bottom and tap Smart. Now, it should automatically be in the Tap to Run section. This is what we want. Now tap the plus in the top right hand corner. What we're going to do is make a tap to run, so when you tap this button, your light will turn on. Then we can ask Siri to run this, so basically, Siri can turn on your light for you from your phone. We can start off by tapping Launch Tap to Run. Now, we tap Run the device, and then select our lamp. Now I'm going to turn the switch to on, and I want the mode to be on colour. I also want it to be on full brightness, and I don't want there to be a timer. Now I'm going to tap next. Here it will give me an overview of everything I want done. If it's all right, you can go down to the bottom and tap save. Now, in the bottom right hand corner, once it's saved, you should see a button that says add to Siri. Tap on this. Now select the tap to run that we just created. And now we'll ask you to confirm with what you want Siri to do. I'm going to change in these quotation marks here to turn on my lamp. Now when I tell Siri turn on my lamp, it's going to do that. Now I can tap add to Siri. Let's try it out. Siri, turn on my lamp.
Done.
Alright, and now I'm going to make an automation. Now, if you're going to put this lamp in your bedroom, this is the perfect idea for you. Let's say if you don't like the noise of an alarm, you just like some lights to flash instead of the noise, well, this is for you. You can start off by tapping the plus in the top right hand corner, and then tapping schedule. I want my lights to flash every weekday at 6:30 in the morning. Now we can tap next. Now I want it to run my device, which is my lamp, and I want it to turn the mode to color and then turn it on. Now I'm going to tap next. Now, it's not very interesting and it won't make a very good alarm if it just turns on. We of course need to turn it off, but we want a slight delay before it turns off, or else it will flash way too fast. We can add a task and we're going to set a delay. I'm going to set my minutes to 0 and I'm just going to have it a 2-second delay before it will then turn off again. So now I'm going to run my device, which is my lamp, and I'm going to turn it off. Now we can just keep repeating this. You can add another delay, set it for 2 seconds, and then turn it back on. You can do this as many times as you like. Once you've done it a sufficient amount of times, you can tap save down the bottom. And now you can tap yes if you'd like to start using this straight away. So now every weekday at 6:30 in the morning, my lamp's going to try and flash to wake me up. Alright, and now it's time for the part of the video where I discuss any problems I have with this product and give it an overall review. Now let's start off with value for money. This is currently being sold at Kmart for $35. I think that this is a pretty reasonable price, considering all the features that it comes with, such as a white mode and a color mode, plus extra scenes and automations to make your house smart for a low budget. Now speaking of functions, here are a few more things that I'd like to see added or fixed. Now when you actually try and create an automation with this product, in the functions list it allows you to tap scenes, but it doesn't allow you to pick which individual one. I think that this is a bit unhelpful. Now I'd also really like to see repeat loops added in automations and tap to runs, so you don't have to keep repeating the same phrase over and over again in your code. Now in terms of aesthetics, it has an ST64 bulb with a black gradient. I really like this. Now the swirly filament inside looks really nice when it's on, but does look a little strange when it's off. Now when you do set a color in the color menu, not all of them are immediately recognizable if you just look at the swirly filament. You're usually going to have to look at the wall that the light is reflecting on. Now in terms of setup, it was pretty easy for me as I paired many Mirabella Genio products to their app. However, for someone a little less experienced, all the different blinking modes might get them a little confused. Also, if you do have any trouble, just let me know down in the comment section below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. So this is why I'm giving this Mirabella Genio Wi-Fi Dimmable 5.5W LED a 4 out of 5 stars. It got this rating because of the reasons mentioned before, as well as it not having too many hardware issues and just a few bugs within the app that can be easily fixed with a software update. Feel free to leave a comment down below if you need any more help and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. You can also help me out by subscribing so I can keep on helping you. Until next time, this has been Easy as That. See ya!